Hello YouTube, this is Treebo. I'm going to be doing a tutorial today on farming cloud serpent rep. The best way to go about this is obviously egg farming. You may or may not know this. It helps to be on a quiet server, and this will take you, depending on how you want to do it. How I did it was I did it over a couple of days because the egg spawn rate is 2 hours. So I just go around the island quickly, like maybe once or twice, farm all the eggs, and then come back to it again, like maybe after a couple of battlegrounds or something like that, in a couple of hours. So let's head over there and see the correct flight path and what add-on I used to help me. So here we are at the island where we'll be farming the eggs in the Jade Forest, around this island here. The add-on we need to use is called Gathermate. What this does is this will show up any possible spawn places of the eggs or any other treasure on the map, like so. So you can see these little green dots, these are all eggs where they possibly spawn. I've actually got ore in the way, so I might get rid of that in a minute. The way to configure it is you go interface, add-ons, then you go to Gathermate, and then import. Now, I've obviously got all of these ticked because I am a miner. I like to do fishing and archaeology. So I've got them all ticked, just as I do. But the one you want to be ticking is treasures. If you just import, click import, and it will import the treasures for you. Now what that will come up with is the eggs and also the dark soil for the tillers farming. So once you've got that up, basically you need to follow this route and you will cover all of the possible nodes, okay? So go up here, there's usually one on one of these bits. There we go, there's one there. When you get an egg, simply land and farm. There's two ways you can do this. If you're on a busy server, there's usually one down here, you can just constantly farm. It is probably a better idea because it is likely that there'll be other people farming the eggs also. On a quiet server like mine, on Anchorage, what I did was I went around the island once or twice, make sure I got all the eggs that had spawned at that possible point, and then I was doing battlegrounds at the time. I was doing battlegrounds. I did like 1 or 2 battlegrounds, just to let the eggs respawn, and then I came back to it. But the eggs have a 2-hour spawn rate, but the more they are like the eggs in Neverdrake, the more they're farms, the quicker they spawn. So you know, it's up to you whether you decide to just constantly farm or whether you want to do what I did and come back to it every hour or so. Yep. Another important thing I might add is you can't always see the eggs if the graphics are set too high. You need to go for this. You need to go to System Graphics, Ground Clutter. That needs to be on low. That will make it easier for you to see the eggs, but I don't think that's necessary because, well, you've got Gathermate, so you know where all the nodes are, so you know you're going to go down to them. And this node down here can be there, or it can be on the back of the skull, like here.
One of your weapons is not poisoned.
And you go up to here. They usually, you know, you'll sort of get to know the places where they are, sort of behind trees and on the edges of the mountains. So there's another one here.
One of your weapons is not poisoned.
So this is 11 o'clock, well, almost 12 o'clock server time on this server. There's no one around, so all of these eggs have been sitting here probably most of the night, I would say. So there's a lot to farm. This is the best route, as I said, because it covers all the nodes. So I'll just finish up, and we'll see how many eggs I get just from one run. sometimes one in here. Over to here. There's one.
One of your weapons is not poisoned. One of your weapons is not poisoned.
Okay, and there we are. So let's say we got 11 eggs. And that took me the length of this video to get 11 eggs. One other important thing to note, you need, when you're handing in the eggs, you hand them in the auditorium over here. I don't think I can hand them in anymore because I'm exalted. I already have my cloud serpent, as you can see. You'll get, the baseline is 500 rep per egg. You hand them into this NCP here. Literally, she just has a blue question mark, hand them in, blah blah blah. You get your rep. The baseline is 500 rep. If you have the guild perk, which increases rep, you'll get 550 per egg. And then one important thing I need to say is when you get revered, before you hand in any more eggs, you must go here and you must buy the commendation. This is because this boosts your rep by 100%. You can only get this at revered. It's also a good thing to get because it's account bound, so therefore any alts will also get 100% game whenever they come, the whole way through. But it's important you get it at revered because 100% game means you get 1000 rep per egg, or 1100 if you have the guild perk. Okay? So if you go from neutral to exalted, it's probably going to take you around the region of 50 eggs. I didn't do it from neutral. I did do dailies, which I think you should also do because, you know, it just saves you a couple of eggs. You get 125 per daily, or if you've got a guild perk, or 250 for some of them, depending on what they are. So you can get a good haul of rep from them. Okay, so good luck farming, and hope you get your cloud serpent soon. Over and out.